What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 25 Feet High Outdoors. It is a rainy day right here before Christmas, and I'm gonna go try to kill something. That's the goal, at least. I was gonna go to a chunk of public land and try to sit through the rain and all that, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of being lazy, kind of being, you know, whatever. I feel like I'd rather sit in a shooting house or something. I really want to kill a buck on public land this year because I've only killed one on public land in my life, but today's just not the day for that, I don't think. I'm gonna go to the one food plot where I probably have the one food plot on my lease where I probably have a pretty high, or I have the highest likelihood that I'll see a buck. I may not see anything, may see a couple of does, I don't really know, but I'm out here, I'm out in the woods, I'm giving it a shot. I've got the old 300 blackout today. Like I said, I was gonna hunt public land, and that gun is pretty awesome for sitting in the saddle and closer range stuff, but I'm not gonna take a shot past probably 70 yards with it, and this food plot I can see about 130 yards, so it's gonna be interesting. I really like I say, I really like that gun for the style of hunting that I've gotten into this year, and I really want to, I'm trying new ammo. I really want to figure out a way to make that gun more effective than it already is. I've thought about changing the caliber. I still might do that, but I'm changing up the ammo a little bit. I'm probably going to put a low power scope on there like before next season, and I might change the caliber before next season. Been looking at 35 or 350 Legend is one thing I've been looking at. And one thing cool about that is if I wanted to take it to one of those states where you can use a straight wall cartridge, it would be legal there too. So just got some options, got some thinking to do on that gun. But like I say, it is like perfect for saddle hunting, for me at least. So either way, I'm not hunting out of the saddle today. I'm sitting in a shooting house because I'm lazy and don't want to get wet. But y'all stay tuned. Hopefully it'll be a cool video. Hopefully we can get something on the ground. Alright guys, so we just got set up in the shooting house. I've actually got my camera arm for mounting on trees on the center post between the two windows. I don't know how well you guys can hear me because of this rain hitting the roof, but it is almost shooting time, and I'm ready to see what happens. Y'all stay tuned. See me too well, but couple of things I wanted to mention real quick. Number one, first off, Native Sense is running a 20% off discount, and I think it's until the end of Florida gun season, which I'm not exactly sure when that is, but probably in February. So that discount code is a 2 and a 0, or a 2 and a 5, and then FTH. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen so y'all can see it, but they're running that discount. We use their stuff all the time. I'm really excited to use their extra stuff as the run kicks off, which it should be kicking off fairly soon. Well guys, that was a fun little hunt. I know I had to get out of the woods a little early today, but started raining a little bit before I was getting ready to leave, and I decided to just go on and head out. But yeah, I was really hoping I've started seeing, or I've been seeing some like rut sign, or like some pre-rut sign. Like I've found some deer rubs and stuff like that around, so I was really hoping when that doe didn't want to be in that food plot, I was hoping something was following her, but you know, nothing was following her. That's how it goes most of the time. You think something's gonna happen and then it doesn't, but it was still fun. Anytime you get out in the woods, it's a fun time. I'm pretty wet now. I might try to hunt this afternoon, but I gotta leave early this afternoon too. Alright guys, well, it is currently the afternoon. Had a much more eventful morning than I was expecting. I didn't really expect to see anything, but I figured I was thinking if I was gonna see anything on a day like today in that plot, it might be a buck, but oh well, still had fun. It was still pretty exciting. But as for right now, I'm gonna be trying something really new to me. It's something I've heard about from Southern Ground, as well as maybe the hunting public, and I've heard people on the internet talk about this tactic where they set up their saddle on the ground, like at just above ground level, to where you're hunting from the ground but you're sitting in the saddle. And that seems like probably the best option for me today, because I will only have like 2 hours to hunt. I don't really have time to climb up a tree and get all the way set up and put all my stuff together and then gather all my stuff back down, climb down everything. So I've got this spot. I don't know if I mentioned it this morning, but there's a spot that's really close to the road that I saw a bunch of buck sign in there. I saw some rubs and whatnot, and they were super fresh last weekend. But I was thinking, I'm only 150 yards from the road. There's no way I'm seeing a deer right here. So I went in about 500 yards in, and I saw some does, but I never saw any bucks. But the crazy part was, on my way out, I get about even with where I saw those tracks. There's kind of like a creek bottom, or the rubs, I mean. There's kind of like a creek bottom that comes out of like a really thick section of woods into this. The creek bottom kind of is like a transition, I guess, between like the thick woods and like a wide open section of woods with a bunch of oaks and pines and stuff. So, and that's where all the sign was. So I get about even with that on my way out, and it's like 15 minutes after dark. It's actually the same day that CADE killed his buck. I hear something take off through the woods, and typically around here, if you spook a buck, it doesn't blow. I've never heard a buck blow, but just about every time I've ever spooked a doe, the doe has blown at me multiple times. So I'm hoping that was a buck doing exactly what I expected him not to do during the daylight, but he was doing it during the daylight, I think, maybe. But like I said, I'm gonna have to climb down early, and I didn't want to have to climb all the way up a tree and all the way down, and if I added that into it, I would really only have like an hour to hunt, or hour 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna go in and set up my saddle at ground level, maybe just a little bit above ground level, and sit there with the tree as cover, right there on this transition between these really thick woods and the wide open stuff, and hopefully something happens. Oh dang it, I was gonna bring some of that new native scents, that seduction stuff, and put a little bit of that out. It probably would have got washed away in the rain, but I was gonna try it anyway. But I'm pretty excited to see what the evening will hold. I don't know if I've got a really good feeling about this, or there's something wrong with me, but it seems like I've got a good feeling about this afternoon. So I'm gonna quit talking. I'm sure you're tired of it. I've been talking for a while, but Y'all stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hopefully it'll get pretty exciting. Well guys, this is interesting. Or this is at least an interesting setup. I've never done anything like this, but I'm literally on the ground. I feel like with this tree that's down and all this little under the road, I've got good back cover. I've got decent cover out front too. But I'm literally like right at 50 or 60 yards off the little access road, and like 120, 130 yards off of the main road. And right out here in front of me, you can kind of see this creek bottom. It's kind of like right in here. There's a creek bottom that comes out of this thick woods and comes into this open woods. But right along this this edge, I think that's the north. Right along the north edge of where this creek bottom comes in, I saw just loads of rubs there. So obviously got the whole 300 blackout ready to eat. I don't know where the deer exactly are coming out of this, if they are, but like I said when I left last time I came down here, somewhere pretty much directly behind me in this little draw, I heard something spooked, and it didn't blow, so I'm assuming it was a bug. Now, I've got to leave at like 4 o'clock to get back for church stuff, but whatever I spooked it at like 5:30, so it may not come out in this open stuff that early, but I don't know if I've got it, like I said, I don't know, I feel like I've got a good feeling about it, but there might be something wrong with me for getting out in this kind of weather, but we'll see what happens. I feel like I got a good feeling about this place, about this afternoon. I don't know, but I'm here, so no sense in changing anything. I don't think I got it on camera at all, but the deer just ran from the left and hopped in the woods about 60 yards in front of me, or back in the thick stuff. I don't know what it was running from. That was pretty cool. Just ran up and then turned in the woods. I don't know where it went. Well, like I said, guys, I gotta get out of here. It was super early, so I left as quietly as I could. I did see a deer, which is good. I've got a good feeling about this area. I might come back tomorrow morning and set up pretty much the exact same way and just see what happens. I don't know how late I get on in the morning because we're headed, the whole family's headed up to see my sister for Christmas, so I'm gonna try to get in one last time before that, but otherwise, I hope y'all have a good Christmas. This might be after Christmas, so hope you guys have a happy new year, and hope you guys have an awesome rest of your hunting season, and hopefully I can kill me a big old bug sometime out here. Wow, I can still see that spot, and I'm back at my truck almost. That's a pretty neat spot, being that close to the road with that much sign. I think it's got to do with having that really thick. Two things that I think make this spot a good spot is, number one, there's a food plot on it way back in the woods a good ways. I think most of the people that come back here to try to hunt are hunting that food plot or beyond the food plot. Nobody's hunting close to the road, and there's also really thick woods right there, right off of this road. So that's good bedding, and it provides a lot of good habitat for a deer to get big and for deer to be protected. So I've got a good feeling that there's a good bug hanging around there. So I'm gonna be back at this spot one day. Y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna get it done somewhere.